20-somethings. Georgia and Emma team up to create a podcast. In Have You Tried Yoga?
Hey everybody!
Hello and welcome
To Have You Tried Yoga?
yoga,
Yogurt?
yogurt,
Yoda.
probiotics, kombucha.
Oh, kombucha. I still have not tried kombucha.
Tastes like salty beer, kinda.
Ah, but it looks like snot. Apparently it's like really good health benefits.
Evidence is not in yet.
So kombucha's been quite a thing in Australia and Western countries in 2018. And that's a really nice segue because that segues into us talking about the fact that we are going to be sharing with you some anti-New Year's resolutions as we go into the new year of 2019.
We sure are.
Because I actually hate New Year's resolutions. I hate the idea of them because you just watch everyone around you fail at them, and I think people set up unrealistic expectations. I'm a goals person, and when I have a goal, I achieve it, but that's also a bad thing because if I have like a really dodgy mental health goal, it could be like, oh, I'm gonna stop myself from doing something because I have dodgy mental health thoughts. For example, I don't know what it could be. Like, I will keep going with that goal, and that's really dodgy. You know, if you're doing something unhealthy, like a stressing kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, I will follow that until the end of time.
See, I like specific goals. So
Do you have a SMART goal? Have you heard of SMART goals?
Smart goals are all the rage in psychology. So I have specific, measurable, achievable,
Really? Is it
realistic, timed.
I'm like a goals person, definitely. I like having goals. I'm a very, Virgo type person.
See, Emma asked me if I had any New Year's resolutions or goals, and I said I don't have any goals. And she goes, oh, no, you don't have any goals. And I was like, well, I do in life, but not because we're going to go around the sun another time.
Yeah, I think they often set everyone up to fail because they'll be like really extreme goals. And I myself am kind of doing an extreme. I'm purposefully not calling it a New Year's resolution, but I am challenging myself to only buy secondhand clothing. Obviously, I'm privileged enough that is a choice for me. Let me recognize that. So it's not like I actually can only buy clothes at Vinnie's because that's all I can afford. It's that you're choosing to do it for fast fashion and also to save money. But apart from that, like, I've never been one to be like, all right, next year I'm going to exercise more. What's happened to me is normally I've just been so exhausted by the year that's gone by that I've just been like, ugh, 2018 was rough. And that's what I think going into the new year. Like, I hope my new year isn't as rough. And it consequently, like, usually never is. I don't know about you.
Yeah, see, I'm
sounding very negative.
I quite often will set goals for my rehab in terms of exercise, and I want to do this many extra reps, or I want to do this much longer running, or rather jogging at the moment. One of my goals is getting myself back to a run on the treadmill.
Awesome. Whoa.
Because my joints, I can do it, but my joints get really angry, so just slowly building myself back up to that. So I know I'm capable of doing it, it's just there's lots of conditioning to happen. So I have very hand-wavy goals. Like, I don't necessarily make them too restrictive, otherwise they stress me out.
That's really, like, pragmatic and reasonable. So I think it's perfect that we are the ones to give some anti-New Year's resolutions.
Well, for me, it's like, be better than your old self. Not just be better than X or be better at X. It's be better than the old self. Continue to grow. Don't set yourself against standards of others.
Yeah.
Set them against where you were, if you can.
Just have really high expectations for yourself that you can never reach.
Stop that. That's not what I said.
No, but that's what my brain thinks, so I'm just sharing my inner monologue.
Oh, Lord. I made you apologise to yourself last night, didn't I?
Yeah.
Emma was being mean to herself, so I said, stop that, Emma. Emma, say sorry.
And I had to say it out loud.
I would not stop.
Oh, anyways, that's some tough love.
That is some tough loving.
Okay, so let's go through some pretty good solid anti-New Year's resolutions. Let's start with the biggest one that I think everyone is always like, oh, I'm
gonna go on a crazy diet, or I'm gonna do some crazy exercise.
I'm gonna lose weight.
I mean, that's an option.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but probably more importantly, a resolution might be to love the body you're in.
Which is ridiculously hard to do for a lot of people, especially if you have a disability or chronic illness, because your body is like hating you.
Flesh prison.
So it's, flesh prison. I feel like that's a perfect encapsulation.
I've used that word.
Yeah.
Many times. Many a time have I called it a flesh prison.
So being a little bit kinder to your body and maybe not setting extreme goals. It's not like, I'm going to take up hiking, or
Nope.
I'm going to have a gym membership for the whole year. Maybe it's like you start small. It could be like, I'm going to go for a walk once a week, then every 3 days, then every day. It could just be up your street and back. Like, I think starting small is the biggest thing, because you're going to fail if you already reach too high.
Absolutely, and putting my allied health hat on, that's absolutely what you should do.
Hat on.
Yes. This one may come across sassy, but let's not become crunchy granola hippies. And what does that mean, Emma?
It means don't throw out all your medication and just go on a celery juicing diet. That's all the rage at the moment. It's celery, if you weren't aware. Celery is what you got to look out for, not lemon.
Oh, lemon's out of vogue now.
Yeah. It's not about the lemon. It's not about the citrus. I don't know.
I'm a bit behind then. Gosh.
Don't throw out everything and decide to say no to your vaccines and your chemo and all that stuff. Like, seek medical advice first, and often things in tandem can work really well, like medication and natural therapies and physio. What's that called? It's like a holistic
health plan.
That's like what occupational therapy is all about too, isn't it? It's
and
about
psychology and physio and GPs if they're good and they're worth their money.
Yeah, so when it works all together, that's
allied
what you kind of want.
Health.
Yes, allied health.
Yes.
So be sure to do that. Don't suddenly become a crunchy granola hippie. You can be like a little bit. Like, you can maybe like eat some bananas.
And get some organics into you.
And drink some kombucha, but don't go full hippie,
Just
you know.
embrace drinking water first. Like, that's my advice. Drink some water.
I met someone the other day that legitimately does not drink water.
I have family members who never drink water.
Only drinks Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Her teeth are fine. She's a very healthy looking individual.
For now.
Yeah.
Water is good for you, mostly, except for when you're allergic to it, which is very unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate. So unfortunate. I don't know where to go from there, because that is really sad. Rock on those people that are allergic to water and rock on through it.
So exercise in moderation is obviously a great plan, but do it with advice and don't... Here's the thing. If exercise hurts a lot, that is not a good thing. You want to be a little bit uncomfortable. You want to be huffing and puffing a little bit, if that's safe for you to do so. But if you're in agony, don't keep doing it. That's not a good thing. You could be hurting yourself. So it's more to get yourself moving rather than tortured.
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of those crazy intense boot camps. I think it's just a bit full
I did
on.
Krav Maga for about 6 weeks, and it was so intense. It was really good. It was hard because I'm such like a small, short person. But that was like intense. I'd never done burpees before or anything.
Burpees are more like vomities for me.
And it was good. But listening to what my body already knew and what I was good at, which was, well, classified good, at dancing, so much easier on my body.
Yes, and you still get that adrenaline and, reducing cortisol and
and I don't
all
want
that
this to
good
be like
stuff.
I don't want this to be like a preachy episode where it's like, don't do this, because we don't want to have an unsolicited medical advice episode where we actually give unsolicited medical advice. It's more like,
don't be a bully to yourself.
well, it's more like, screw those people that are like,
Train.
Like, screw those Instagram people that are like, my New Year's resolution is going to be to, like, I don't know,
I am...
climb Mount Everest and pose really suggestively with a water bottle, and I'm so well and healthy. And like all those people right now that are doing, when we're recording this in December, that are doing those like my top 9 posts that happen every year. It's like top 9 even though it's 2018. I don't know why. People are showing all this really happy side of them. You know, do you remember that social media is an illusion?
God, yeah.
And follow some good spoonies who show you the reality.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get too judgy because every January I quit sugar for a month because I
Do you
don't...
really?
I do. Every January, my partner and I, we've done it for 4 years now. We quit sugar for a whole month. And I do feel better without sugar, but in a modern society, that is very difficult. So we just constrain it to 1 month. Yeah, it's just a bit of a cleanse. Well, I shouldn't use the word cleanse because cleanses are not great. It's a bit of an opportunity for us to just get ourselves more acquainted with fresh fruit, with vegetables, with a food that we neglect over the holidays. And because you've eaten all this rubbish, it's like, oh my goodness, a pomegranate. I haven't had one of these since last January.
So you'll still have natural sugars.
Oh god, yeah, but well, otherwise you'd really struggle. Yeah, still like fructose and things like that.
Because that's
but
like
you
quite
won't,
a phenomenon.
you won't see me chowing down on a Mars bar in January.
That's so hard. What happens when you stop? What happens when February rolls around? Do you slowly integrate sugar?
Slowly, yes.
Yes.
Because
it's not
like,
oh my god, sugar.
well, one January we literally were really good and we got a Subway cookie on like the 2nd of February each, and it was like, holy moly, this is way too sweet, I can't even finish it.
Wow.
Yeah, so your brain is like suddenly like sugar strong. Ooh, but yeah, I'm a bit of a sugar bandit, so it's more my way of reminding myself that other foods are good too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Because I've seen, you know that book, I Quit Sugar? I think it's by Sarah Wilson.
Doing that all the time I couldn't do it. I'd be a grumpy grump. I love sugar.
I think there's just sugar in so many things. Like, I am a savoury person. A little unsavoury. No.
Unsavory.
But I have like 2 cups. Oh my goodness. I have 2 spoonfuls of sugar in my tea.
In saying that though, like, I don't put sugar in my tea or coffee. I don't even like butter or margarine on bread. We're still allowed bread in January because, let's be real, we're not going to bake our own bloody sugar-free bread. That would be really hard.
I would assume Australian bread doesn't have sugar in it.
Oh yes, it does.
Really?
Oh, quite a bit.
Oh,
Yes.
that's not what I expected.
No, nobody does. But, you know, we're not going to chow down on some barbecue sauce, which is actually mainly sugar people. That's why it's so delicious.
Sugar people? It's made out of people. People?
We're going off.
I'm eating people!
People! Don't eat people, guys. That's not good for your health.
Yeah, that's a New Year's resolution. Don't follow the whole cannibalism trend. I know you see it on
It's
Insta.
very alluring.
But
The blood facials and... oh. That's a thing, but it's your own blood, just clarify. Not that I've done it.
What?
Yeah, there's like a form of facial that the celebrities do where they like give them like lots of pinpricks.
No, but you said not that I've done it in a really shady voice. Does that mean you've had a blood
No,
facial?
I've never had a blood
Oh,
facial.
okay. That scared me.
No, they look terrible. That can't be good for you. Think of all the infections that could get in your face.
It's very medieval, back when people used to actually think there was healing properties from other people's blood. Like, they would collect it after people died.
That's a great way to get diseases,
Well, you know, yeah.
like the plague.
Yeah, except that was from fleas, but...
But didn't they have to burn the bodies because you could catch it from the bodies? Plague.
Yes.
So their blood would be plaguey.
That's probably true.
Anyway.
Okay, here's one that I think we can all relate to, is that you might kind of, you know, see lots of like New Year's resolutions posts where it's like,
Be grateful.
oh my gosh, so much gratitude.
Be
And
present.
yeah,
Life is a gift. Embrace it.
yeah, and it's important that you know that if you are complaining, like, that is okay. I think we all, to the outside world and to other people in our lives, don't complain as much. If I complained about every time I was in pain, like, it would be like every 2 seconds being like, hey, I'm in pain. I'm in pain.
I actually said to Calum the other day, like, oh gosh, I'm a bit sore. And he goes, well, I knew that already, but it must be bad because you don't say that. Yes. It was raining and my joints were cranky. Bad barometric pressure.
That's not good.
Barometric. Is that the word? Pressure. Under pressure. How good was that movie?
I haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody yet.
It's good. It's not entirely accurate, but it's good.
Well, yeah, I heard they just kind of like hand wave his bisexuality and death from AIDS away.
No, I wouldn't agree with that, but that's not my place to say. Yes. Well. Here's another one. On the opposite of, I am never going to complain because life is a gift, what else could we make a resolution to do?
We could totally embrace our illness. Now, this is not where you go, I will succumb to the terminal illness that I have in my body. It's more like,
The human condition is a trap.
yeah, it's a trap. Instead that, be like a bit more open about the fact that you have an illness. Now, you have under no obligation to tell your employer or anything like that, but being free to actually say to people, oh, hey, I'm unwell because this is happening, or make a Facebook post and be like, hey, I want to tell you about this issue that needs a lot of funding. It's because I have this disease. It just takes such a load off. I ran into a listener at an event, and she was telling me how she wanted to be free, basically, to have that pressure of just feeling so silent and so suffocated. And I was telling her, like, just do it little by little, because it just, somehow it just feels so much better.
It could be as simple as just telling a friend in a private conversation. I know there are a lot of people out there that they don't feel ready to embrace, and you don't have to embrace and cuddle it and take it to bed every night, but, you know, just telling someone about what you're going through. And this doesn't just apply to people with a chronic pain or disability. This applies to people with mental health issues. Don't go through this alone. It's okay to get your team built up and bring people into your inner circle.
And I think for me, it wasn't so much about telling people. For me, for so long, it was simply just, oh, I'm actually not that sick. It's not a chronic thing. You know, it's just bad period pain.
It just happens all the time. It's not chronic, though.
Yeah, exactly. Just that total denial.
Yeah.
I think, you know, it can be really sad to go through that realization that, hey, something is seriously wrong. But then also it's like, hey, I can talk to other people about it. I don't have to keep this to myself. I don't have to be buried under all this pressure of being silent.
Absolutely. And that comes...
I feel like we've kind of crossed over a few of our New Year's resolutions.
We're up to number 6.
But I feel like we've done that and we've done 7.
Well, yes. But I will say it again. Please don't do a lemon water cleanse detox 5,000. I don't know if that's an actual thing. Please don't sue us. But, you know, just keep in touch with your medical team and don't suddenly say that because, you know, Kylie Jenner only drinks lemon water that is warm every morning and she's glowing with health, that's going to be a healthy or safe option for you.
Because she's not glowing with health, she's glowing with her Kylie Cosmetics highlighter, let's be real.
I don't know if that was sass or admiration.
Both.
Both, okay.
It's the truth.
She
has a makeup look.
Keep it real, guys, you know, don't torture yourself in the name of health.
Yeah, and if you take medication, like if we take medication and then you drastically change something in your diet without medical advice, like that could really mess up everything. Like what if you're getting not enough nutrients, then you're taking really intense medication, and then your body's like, I'm not going to process this medication properly.
On that note, it's okay to be okay with ups and downs in your moods. Obviously, if it's happening all the time that you're really struggling, please, please, please reach out to a loved one or a mental health care professional. But you don't have to be happy all the time, and you definitely do not have to pretend to be happy all the time, or to be well all the time, or to even, you know, be not sad. You don't have to pretend to not be sad.
George, you'll probably know the name of this person, but I think someone sort of said that, like, happiness is not the natural state of a human. It's contentment, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. I forget who kind of came up with that, but yeah, it's a realization that, like, being happy is not actually like the normal state for everyone. Just being content with your life. You don't have to be like, I'm so happy in the world. It just can be like, yeah, my life is working. I'm going places.
It's moving.
Yeah.
It's happening. Obviously, if you're really struggling, that's not okay. You deserve help and support and love. But if you wake up every morning not feeling like you want to kiss a stranger on the street and do a little ditty, what do they call it, a flash mob? Mm-hmm. That's okay too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got the mustard out. Did you ever watch Buffy?
No.
Okay, they did like the first musical episode, but it's got really weird songs. So like it's just people picking up their dry cleaning and they're dancing, and he's like, they got the mustard out. Not in that tone though. Anyways. Don't present. Let's not add a don't to it. Let's try and make it more chill.
Chill. Cool. Do you know Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yes.
Try avoiding presenting weller than you are in context where you're comfortable. It's okay to not pretend to be fine and dandy if you're in a bit of pain, feeling sick, feeling worried.
Especially because that takes up so much more energy, and then it's like energy depletion. Dun, dun, dun.
And then you're finally like alone. It's like, I've been sick all day and I pretended not to be.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay to not force yourself to be, you know, Malibu Barbie all the time.
Definitely. And our last anti-New Year's resolution is that don't put all your eggs in one basket. Whether that could be a career, or if you don't have a career, it could be school, or it could be a hobby, or it could be
the family,
a video game. Who knows?
Yeah.
Basically, don't put everything into, say, for example, your career. Why did we put that one on there?
Well, with your career, I know that it's very easy to go, well, things aren't working inside my body, but if I succeed at X, I am worthy. Don't do that. You're more important, and you need to put yourself first, and self-care. Here's an unsolicited piece of medical advice. Please do self-care, guys, because you matter more than the numbers in your bank account, the qualifications behind your name, the people and the company you keep, or the brands of your clothes.
Or how well you do at a certain task, whether it be school or shopping or showering or relationships.
Yeah.
I think it's also important because to kind of spread out your eggs, not have them all in one basket, because if one egg cracks, I'm going with this metaphor, then it's not like your breakfast is destroyed. You got some other eggs for your breakfast in other baskets.
Yes.
So basically, like, you know, I try to think like my career is a lot of my life, but I have always been someone who has many eggs in many baskets. But I think it's like a good kind of backup plan, because if work suddenly went terrible, or I didn't get the career I wanted, or I had to have a really dodgy job, well then it's like, okay, well I have something else to look forward to that can make my day okay and worth going through.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then the antithesis of unsolicited resolutions is, what are we thankful for 2018? Because Emma and I were sitting on my couch last night thinking of content to give you guys, because we're being very preachy today, so we wanted some feel-good times, and we just wanted to kind of quickly recap what has happened in 2018, not necessarily just for the podcast, but for ourselves, you know. I'm thankful for finally being able to concentrate my brain and body and get my license for driving, which was a really big deal for me.
Oh my god, that was this year. It feels like so long ago.
It was only this year.
Oh man.
I know. I struggled with driving because it would hurt. I would struggle to focus, and learning to do that with pain brain is a bit hard. But I've got there, and I drive Emma all the time, and she hasn't died yet.
Yeah, she's a good driver.
She's lying.
No, I'm not.
I graduated with my undergraduate in psychology this year, which was really exciting. It took me 6 years, but I got there, fam.
Woo woo.
And I'm leaving my retail job.
Oh,
so
thank
I'm
goodness.
pretty thankful for that. I'm going to miss my old team, but I will not miss standing up for 9 hours. not at all. And I'm thankful for my friends and family, mainly. It's been a really big year of changes for me. I also moved house and cohabitate with my other half now. You would know him from our intro music. He's also the provider of coffee, SD cards, and
anything else we could hope for.
Pretty much. He's our Stephen, unfortunately for him. If you don't listen to other podcasts, you'll have no idea what I mean by that. But he's our little gopher.
Definitely.
Yes. What about you, Emma, dear?
This year I stumbled into opening a small business.
You did?
Which has been successful and has been something cool to focus on. I think I've just kind of learnt with the business and like my work this year, just like the message of just constantly just give something a go and just try something and just apply for that thing, or just taking a little bit of a risk and trying new things. I think that's a really good attitude to have, and that's served me pretty well. Like, and then if you say, oh, I'm going to try this, and then you have to back out, like that is also okay.
Oh God, yeah.
At least you've tried something.
You won't know until you've done it.
Yeah, I know, and it's very trite to say, but like I didn't really know too much about like jewelry stuff and marketing, and then I've just sort of learnt this year, and that's been like a really cool hobby to learn.
Speaking of, you can find Emma's small business at Painfully Pretty Designs. They are on Instagram.
And the website is painfullyprettydesigns.com.
Buy her stuff.
Yep.
Or buy our stuff when we finally release it.
In a couple of weeks.
Yeah, there'll be pre-release, and you'll see. It's going to be happy.
I already talked about it.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Now back to Emma.
And what I'm thankful for. Thankful for I just think I'm just going to say the same thing. Thankful for my friends and family. Thankful for my psychologist. I got a new psychologist here, and she's really great.
That's a big deal.
Yep, she's really good. She's so good. She like asks me, she knows how to get me. She's like, I'll say something and she'll be like, why do you think that? And then she'll just it's like open space for me to talk, and I'm like, oh, she's so good.
She got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
My psychologist do something. Do you think that comes from your underlying beliefs?
Yes.
Such as this. And you're like, God damn it. I thought it was rational.
Yeah.
I thought I was being rational.
So good. So into the new year, be rational. Be happy if you can. Actually, that's terrible advice. Don't be happy. Be content.
Don't be happy.
Don't be happy. Be content. Try new things.
Be safe.
Yeah, try new things.
Listen to our podcast.
Yeah, buddy.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of little disasters with getting content out, but we've done it. Thank you for nobody messaging us demanding episodes.
I think they get it.
I think they do, which is very good. We've not had a single, where the F is this month's episode?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's coming. It's happening.
And we'll hear from you. We'll see you. We'll be in your earbuds No, it won't be next year. We'll be in your earbuds in 2019 with some more episodes.
And now, consumers, clients, children, relax into lotus fetus pose, exhale, and find us next time on Have You Tried Yoga?
No need for searching, am I